Well, hello there. Welcome to JDQG Treatment. Today, I'm gonna try and make a Bloody Mary doll. The inspiration behind this project is the amazing, the gorgeous, and the fierce Miss Dominique Jackson. She portrayed the character of Bloody Mary in the 5th episode of the 2nd season of American Horror Stories, which is a spin-off of American Horror Story. I initially meant to share this video back in Halloween time, but things happened, so I am sharing it now. In my opinion, she is such a great example of Black excellence. She is killing it in everything she does, including the fashion industry. So without further ado, let's get straight into this makeover. For this project, I'm going to be using Miss Bumblebee from the Superhero Girl doll line. First things first, we get rid of all this hair. After I have soaked it in hot water, it is easier to remove her head. And then I use needle nose pliers to remove the remainder of the hair from the inside. Using pure acetone, I remove the paint to make room for her new face. Once I remove her cornrows, I use my owl needle to create the new holes for her new weave. Now I paint her head while I leave a gap where her center part will go. Let's use this lovely afro hair which came all the way from Australia. This hair is amazing and so easy to use. Big shout out to Custom Doll Hair Australia. If you need the perfect afro hair, they are on Etsy. You should check them out. This is what it looks like with just the hairline. And this is how it looks with a full head of hair. Since her head is all rerouted, it is time to use our fabric tack, which will keep the hair secured in there. It's time for her new face, so I start using my watercolor pencils to map out her new eyes. I do her contouring with a dark brown pan pastel. After a few layers of contour and the white in her eyes, I used this red pan pastel to start working on her red makeup. I used gray and blue watercolor pencils to create the iris in her eyes. With a base of red, I go over with the black to create the perfect shade for her lips. For her dark eyeshadow, I use this black pan pastel. I like to lightly build it up with each layer of Mr. Super Clear. With a white watercolor pencil, I create the cloudiness and the shine in her eyes to make her look a little more possessed. And I do her eyeliner using a black watercolor pencil. I use this gold resin pigment powder for her highlight. You know we cannot forget that highlight. Now that her face is snatched, darling, it is time to gloss her lips. And for that, I use a Sculpey Gloss Glaze. I don't like that our girl has a fist, so I'm gonna steal the right hand from this Bumblebee gymnastics doll. And because our girl needs some fierce claws, we're gonna use this hot glue method, which I have seen some of my favorite doll artists use many times. But she doesn't just have any normal claws, so I'm using this gold leaf pen to give it the illusion. I decided to make some snake shoes to match the headpiece that she wears. The shoes are made out of Worbla thermoplastic, and I made the snake detail out of epoxy sculpt. I first paint a black base before I start using any metallics. Once the base is done, I use this gold paint on the sole of the shoes. Then I use a gold leaf pen to give the snake a more metallic effect. And I finish them off with Liquitex High Gloss Varnish. And here's how they look on. I wish I had a higher heel, but honestly, they still look fierce. It is time to get this queen dressed. Here's her headpiece. I made it out of wire and epoxy sculpt as well. I of course made her jewelry, which of course turned out way more gaudy than the original. And now, she is ready for her close-up. I absolutely love the way she turned out. I hope you do as well. As I mentioned before, I love Dominique Jackson. I became so obsessed with her in Pose, doing Elektra, and then I saw her in this episode and I lost it. I had to make a Bloody Mary doll. If you haven't seen this episode, I recommend seeing it. In my opinion, it's the only episode worth seeing from American Horror Stories. And that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, and if you did, please leave a like. Thank you very much for watching.